Hi, in this video I want to talk a little bit about compassion, what exactly it means, how to practice compassion, and how to identify when it's actually needed in your life. So compassion consists of two parts, calm and passion. Calm means being with, and passion means suffering. Yes, it has this beautiful meaning that also says, follow your passions in life, get in touch with your desires in life, and so on and on. And it also means suffering. So with compassion, what you're learning to do is to first and foremost acknowledge the fact that you are suffering, that you are experiencing some sort of a difficulty in your life. And instead of judging yourself, instead of having negative self-talk, instead of criticizing yourself, you're learning to treat yourself with kindness. You're learning to treat yourself with understanding. And you're learning to listen to that voice of compassion so that you don't get stuck in those places. What tends to happen when we're not compassionate with ourselves, when we're going through a difficult time in our lives, is that we kind of form this shell and we harden our hearts and we kind of become bitter and cold and cynical. And so in order for that not to happen, even though it might be temporary state in which you find yourself, it's important to open the doorway so that compassion can enter and touch our pain, touch our grief, touch our sadness or our anger, frustration, whatever it happens to be, touch our that sense of overwhelm inside. And when we do that, we start to soften. So the grip of suffering is no longer making our life feel smaller and smaller and more contracted. Instead, we're learning to expand our hearts and our bodies and our consciousness so that we can take in more of life. So my invitation to you is start to acknowledge those moments in your life. Maybe currently you're going through something that feels difficult for you. How are you relating to yourself? How are you being with yourself? Okay? Start to acknowledge that. And there might be multiple voices and sensations and feelings that emerge inside of you. And my invitation to you is to simply learn to either be with your experience or learn to work with it. So there are two pathways that you can take. And so for now, just to give you a short practice on how you can learn to apply compassion to yourself is, first and foremost, take just one of your hands or both of your hands and place them on your chest, your heart center. Allow yourself to slow down and take a couple of gentle breaths into your chest. And see if you can sense what would a kind, loving, unconditionally accepting friend say to you in this moment. If you struggle with coming up with an example that comes from a friend, then choose a caring, loving mother. What would a caring, loving mother say to, for example, her child who's having a difficult time? And listen to that voice in this moment. Really taking it in. And see if you can allow yourself to breathe in compassion for yourself. So on your next inhale, you can sense, feel, or imagine that you're breathing in the quality of compassion. The quality of understanding for the difficulty that you're in. And then as you exhale, see if you can start to exhale some of that pain or grief or sadness or frustration that you might be feeling, or anger. Not trying to resolve it in any way, not resisting it, not pushing it away, but just acknowledging it, giving it space, and then releasing it, exhaling it out. And you might need more than just a couple of minutes for this practice, and that's totally okay. Just take as long as you need to. Good. And if you feel ready to complete this practice, I invite you to release your hand, just coming back to the present moment, anchoring yourself in the here and now, and remembering that compassion is a practice. It's not a one-time event. So if you can make time for it every day, even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes per day, even if you can journal and express yourself in that way, that will be also very beneficial. And remembering that compassion has been scientifically proven to help people to deal with and decrease their levels of depression, anxiety, as well as stress. So remember to be compassionate with yourself. Much love to you for now.